Oh, Lord have mercy. Let's go on to another good mama child. This is shout out to O'Shea. He just posted this video. And this is actually a portion of his video of the police report. So again, shout out to him. I'm going to go ahead and play it so we can understand about young 14-year-old Pookie deletes 2 black women in Dothan, Alabama. Fort damn teen. I'm sure he got a good mama too, y'all.
Coming out. Good evening. I'm Mike Gerst, filling in for Amanda Arnold this evening. We have live team coverage with Robert Smith Jr., who's got more on the victims. But first, the WDHN's Aaron Dixon live at the scene of the murders with the latest.
Mike, I'm at the intersection of Hamilton Street and 5th Avenue in Dothan. And tonight, it is pretty quiet. But last night, it was the scene of a double murder investigation where 14-year-old suspect Vincent Lamar Oliver Jr. is accused of killing Jasmine Bean and Jalexis Wells. When police arrived at the Dothan home on the 200 block of 5th Avenue, they found Jasmine Bean and Jalexis Wells dead from gunshot wounds. Neither Bean nor Wells lived at the home.
We have gained some information that there was possibly I don't want to say a party, but maybe a get-together at this location, and there may have been an incident stemmed from that.
Oliver Jr. was named a suspect by police this morning. Almost 3 hours ago, police confirmed that he had been taken into custody. He is now being held in the Southeast Alabama Diversion Center here in Dothan. Several photos of Oliver Jr. show him holding guns. He has been charged as a juvenile in the case, and this is not his first run-in with the law. He had
Okay, this is not his first run-in with the law at Fort Damn Teen. This is not his first run-in with the law at Fort Damn Teen while he's sitting on the internet, because I'm assuming that that's where these pictures come from, holding all types of guns. And lawmakers think that doing something with the gun makers is going to make a difference. I'm pretty sure that that's not where this stuff is coming from. I could be wrong, y'all, because I don't really look into this type of stuff. I'm pretty sure these are all illegal. So they off the back of some truck or stolen out of a gun shop or something like that, right? How do you have a record at Fort Damn Teen? How do you be online with doing this? Where your mama at? Where your mama? Where your mama? Where your mama? And this is the other thing, okay? Charged as a juvenile. First of all, how, Sway? 2, then why are y'all showing his face? Because typically, if y'all recall, when we was looking at the Squeegee Kids, and that one was charged, they didn't show his name, and I believe they still haven't given his name out. And I think he's going to be charged as an adult, and they still haven't put his name out, right? But this one, they ain't got no problem with putting his face out. I mean, I don't care. It's not me defending him at all. Not at all. But they're going to put this out. They're going to put these pictures out. And they just going to be like, yeah, he being charged as a juvenile. Oh, okay. Now where's Black Lives Matter? Okay. Where they at? Where they at?
active juvenile pickup orders of attempted assault first degree and 1 count of discharging a firearm into an occupied vehicle from July of this year. One Dothan resident was shocked when she heard that the suspect was so young.
But whoever did do it should not be walking free. But at that age, they need some mental health as well. I don't know how our parenting world is. There's too many people dying from guns.
We do not yet know the motive of the murders or how well Oliver Jr. knew the two victims, but police do believe that other people were at the get-together at the time of the shooting.
And I'm dearly sorry to both parents. I can only imagine this. This is very sad, having babies killing babies, for one. It is awful.
Now, due to Oliver Jr.'s age of 14 and a restriction of a court order, no more information will come from the police department at...
Boy, Aaron, what information is left? I'm sorry, y'all. He's like, no little more information, Aaron. There's no other information. You plastered his picture, not him, not Aaron, but they didn't plaster his picture. You got his daggone names. You know who he deleted. You know where it's at. You know what stated. Like there's nothing left. What's left? But I'm confused as to why it is that this person is being tried as a juvenile when we got, what is it? 15, I think it's 15 and 14 in Philly. They being charged as adults for one man. This little crumb snatcher demon, and I understand it's 2 different states. I get it. But he gets to do 2 people, and he gets to be tried as a juvenile, which means that he could potentially come out and go to college and have a good life, I'm sure. I'm pretty sure that's what's going to happen, right?
This time. But we do know that he is being charged as a juvenile, and that if he is convicted, he could be charged with life or life without parole. Mike?
And from Aaron, our team coverage moves to Robert Smith Jr. He's live in the newsroom with a closer look at one of the victims' case. Good evening, Robert.
Good evening, Mike. I talked to one of the people closest to the heart of Jasmine Bean, her ex-boyfriend, who's been playing a pivotal role in her life since they were in middle school.
David Campbell's heart was torn into pieces after.
Hold up. Let me back that on up real quick. I must have missed this. Hold on.
Newsroom with a closer look at one of the victims in this case. Good evening, Robert.
Good evening, Mike. I talked to one of the people closest to the heart of Jasmine Bean, her ex-boyfriend, who's been playing a pivotal role in her life since.
The closest person to the child who got red rum is a ex-boyfriend. Pivotal role in her life. Not her mama, not her daddy, not her granny, not her sister, but her ex-boyfriend. Child, they trying to say that wherever they were, that it wasn't a party. It was something where people probably wasn't supposed to be at, okay? Now, they over there gathering, drinking, smoking, playing, effing, whatever they doing. And then, of course, you know, there's always somebody that don't know how to act. I don't understand how people still even take themselves to these places. But, you know, someone will say kids will be kids, y'all. This is crazy. But seriously, I think that, I don't know how old these women were. Maybe I missed it, but I'm under the impression that they were young as well. Maybe not 14, but young as well. I'm sure not over 25 for sure. But seriously, how come there's no mama speaking? Come on, mama, where you at? Where the daddy at? Where the aunties and the uncles? Her closest to her life and her heart is her ex-boyfriend. Okay. This is not me victim shaming. Rest in peace to both of these young ladies. And that little gremlin can be under the jail. Okay. He can be under the daggone jail.
As they were in middle school.
David Campbell's heart was torn into pieces after finding out the news from social media and phone calls that his ex-girlfriend from middle school, Jasmine Danielle Bean, was killed Sunday night.
When I seen the pictures, it crushed me. Like I couldn't do nothing. I dropped my phone and I just started crying. I laid on the couch and I was crying. And if I'm hurting this way now, how I would feel when I see her laying in a casket.
Bean, along with Jalexis Wells, were found dead in a home on 5th Avenue after the Dothan Police Department responded to a shooting where they believe many gathered to hang out. Campbell says he had a brief conversation with Bean about 10 hours.
How old is this child? 16? 17? So y'all know I always be looking in the background. So this tells a lot. Not her, but the background tells a lot. She certainly know how to get a phone and take a picture and upload it, right? No offense against her. I am not victim shaming. But my question is, she ain't paying to live here. Who's she living here with if she ain't with the boyfriend? How come they not out here talking? How come they're not the closest person? What's going on? This seems weird to me. Maybe it's just me.
Prior to the tragedy, he says they had a bit of an unusual conversation where he says she expressed to him about life being rough and trying to change for the better.
Her exact words to me were exactly what she told me was, she said, I feel like my time coming. She said she just didn't know when. And she said that all she wanted to do was make her mom and make her daughter proud.
Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. It sounds like, based off of what he just said, this is my deduction before it goes forward. I have not heard this story, y'all, that she probably wasn't leading the best life either, okay? So whatever they was doing over at that house really wasn't something they should have been doing. That's what I'm hearing right now. So she was out there with little Pookie, younger Pookie, I should say, and maybe she was a Pooketter, all right? I guess she was pregnant in the picture because she got a kid. I wonder how old that kid is. I would imagine not that old. I would imagine. I could be wrong. That it's not that old. So listen, I like to correlate, y'all, right? So we talked about the story where the girl, 17, if I'm not mistaken, had a baby, but got on the app to find some D at like 1 a.m, went out and met him off the app. They was in the car. He pushed her out and then he shot her a couple of times. Now she's deceased. Okay. When I say, and I'm nobody. Everybody do what they want. They're going to do what they're going to do. Stay the F away from me and mine. That's my motto. Okay. But I just am trying to understand for all these people that's having kids, that want babies, that say you don't need to be married, you don't need a man, all this foolishness. Why is it that once you have said kid, that you can't suspend what you want to do what's best for your kid? I'm not seeing that in a lot of these cases. Whoever can get mad, get glad, get sad. I don't give a damn. I'm not lying. You don't need to be meeting men off of the daggone internet at 1 o'clock in the morning to F. You go F the man that got you pregnant. Wait until 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I don't know. Stop meeting strangers. Get to know someone. Stop meeting people that you don't know. Why are you going to an unsavory place if you're someone's mother with little jackasses like this 14-year-old? What am I missing? And then we want to turn around and act like, woe is me, woe is me. We don't know how this happened. We know how it's happening. But there is a mama. And they said there was a mama. Now, she ain't want to come out here and speak, so I can't be mad at her. Maybe she's distraught and everything, and I'm sure she is. Because now, like the other stories, there's grandmothers, shout out to me, that got to be taking care of these kids. Listen. I done had 2 crumb snatchers, okay? If I wanted more, I'd have had more. That's it, that's all. Love my grandchildren to death. I don't want to raise not near a bit of one of them. None of them. They're cute as a button. Love them all more than life. Not near one of them do I want to raise. Not near one of them do I want to have to be responsible for, to take them to daycare, to feed them, to get them up, to potty train them, to take them to school, to do anything. None of it. No. But everybody just thinks that that's some sort of a solution. Oh, the granny will do it. Oh, is that the solution? Do we think she had any life insurance for her kid? That's a whole different story. Listen, that's a whole different story. Come on, dude. What else? Ex-boyfriend closest to her.
Like I mentioned earlier, she was changing.
Campbell says Jasmine stayed to herself and tried to avoid any drama, even though it tends to try to find her. She was
trying to stay away from the drama, but it creeps on in the middle of the night. I'm here. Sorry, y'all. Drama is here. Hey, girl, you want to come out and play? I'm drama. Stop it. She was trying to be on the straight and narrow, but drama just came to her. So it sounds like she's a Pookeisha, as you all call them. Pooketta, Pookeisha. I can't.
Was a sweet and caring person who always had her arms open for people to come and talk to about their problems. He says he and Bean have a special bond that dates back to middle school, and although they are no longer together, he made a promise to always be a part of her support system for her, her mother, and her daughter Azalea, who she leaves behind.
Did they say how old this girl was? For y'all that know the story, how old is this child, please? Not this baby, but her mother. Because, that makes a difference to me. But yes, Selma, she should have stayed home with her kid. Why do you young girls, ladies, mothers think that you can just live the same life before you had kids? She's 16. So she's 16 out in these streets with a baby. It's trying to stay out of trouble, but I'm sorry, what was it? Drama. But drama comes a knocking. Hey girl, I'm here. And she goes running, right? I mean, let's tell the truth. Okay, 20. Okay. Yeah, they were 20. All right, let's go ahead and give them 20. Eesh, let's give them 20. Please, Lord God in heaven. All right, cool. She was 20. All right, she's 20. She got a baby, and it looks like she might be about 1.5 to 2. In the other picture, this looks like maybe an older picture. Yeah, it looks like it's from 2020. So yeah, the baby's about 2. So you telling me after having a kid and having a kid that's 2 to 3 years old, 2 going on 3, that you still think that you should be going out there with little nug nigga that keeps showing with all the guns, and anybody else that was up in that place that shouldn't have been there, which is basically what the news reporters are saying. We wouldn't necessarily, the police, we wouldn't necessarily call it a party. Oh, okay. It's a gathering of criminals, no good doers, something that they shouldn't be doing, where they shouldn't be at, all that type stuff. This is the best place as a mother where you think you should be. Oh, you're victim blaming, you're victim shaming. Oh, you're talking about the victim. I'm speaking the facts. Am I wrong? Was she not out when technically she got this kid at home? She putting herself in a place where she out there with little ninja over here. Shout out to BTP in the building. I haven't seen you in a while, hun. How are you? I appreciate you being here. Please like the video if you have not. You guys subscribe to the channel, specifically Messy Michonne. Please, I appreciate you. Thank you guys so much. But what are we doing? Look, y'all, I can't. This ain't got nothing to do with victim shaming and victim blaming, but we telling the truth, okay? The truth is the truth is the truth. The person was 20, which means if the baby is 2 going on 3, she possibly had the kid at 18, 19. She's still living at home. She clearly was a troublemaker based off of what the boyfriend was saying. She had some troubles in the past. Everybody always try and change their ways, right? But, a mama got to get out. I can hear it now. A mama is entitled. She got to get out. Mama ain't living on her own. She ain't got to get nowhere but home or working so she can get out of her mama house so she could be a mama and go take care of her own kids. How about that? Okay?
She was a young mother that was trying to make it out this city. No matter what we went through, we can fall off, argue with each other, break apart, but I'll always be there for Isaiah if we couldn't have a friendship. Isaiah's going to have everything she needs plus everything she wants.
Campbell says justice will be served for Jasmine, and he's glad to see those who truly knew her and loved her, keeping her spirits alive during a difficult time for all involved. Back to you.
All right. Thanks, Robert, and thanks, Aaron, for those reports.
All right. I guess that's the end of it, but yeah, now O'Shea is going to take it over. But that little super gremlin, I don't hear no mention of where his mama at, where his daddy at, how he get into all this trouble, how he get all these daggone guns. Who was allowing him? Obviously, he must have been on the street, I would assume, at the age of 14, already in trouble, ain't good for nothing, ain't ish. Then you want to bring this girl into this situation. Listen, they reported on her. Don't blame me. They wanted to talk about her and put her on this daggone show. That dude said, her ex-boyfriend said drama found her. She was trying to change. If you have a baby, a kid, an infant, and that don't change you, honestly, I don't know what will.